This is Matt Letitia's newsletter number 6. Last time out, he didn't mention, he only talked about his holiday, nothing to do with all the other stuff he's interested in, which is, I assume, why people subscribe. But anyway, here we go. Let's see how this goes. Hi everyone, hope your week was good. We arrived back from Guernsey Monday evening after a chilled long lunch at Saws Mares Park Cafe. He loves that place. He recommends it. In the last one. Tuesday was pretty busy. Took my daughter to the gym Tuesday morning and followed that with a round of golf with my old teammate Nicky Banger at Royal Winchester Golf Club with two guys who had paid in a charity auction to play with us. My round 2 under par was my best round for quite some time. As ever, Tuesday evening was spent playing paddle tennis with friends, although not quite as successfully as the golf, and also disappointing to see the Saints get beaten slightly embarrassingly 3-1 by Gillingham in the League Cup. Now, is this the correct? This is right. Yeah, this is the right one. Just because some of them are a bit repetitive. 3 days ago. Yeah, I'm a bit behind, but sorry. The paddle tennis and the golf. I genuinely thought this might be from a few weeks ago. Wednesday started with a trip to London for a breakfast meeting and was back home by 2 p.m. with a slight delay on the train due to Winchester train station being incredibly busy with revelers on the way to Boomtown Festival. On the train, I was also mistaken by a young man who was convinced I was Phil Tufnell. So I wasn't expecting... Um, oh, God. Who was convinced I was Phil Tufnell, and the penny only dropped when I told him he had the wrong sport. A relaxing Wednesday afternoon was followed by the first 2 consecutive evenings at the Concord Club near Eastleigh FC, where myself and former Southampton strikers James Beattie and Ricky Lambert. Do you think James Beattie's going to start doing some tweets? Ricky Lambert entertained a packed crowd with stories from our lives and careers, excellently hosted by my mate Paul Miko. Miko. I was fairly sorry, I lost my place. It was fairly late, but I was up bright and early the next morning as I'd agreed to play in a company golf day for IG Recruit at Woburn Golf Club at the request of one of the young lads that me and Franny Benali looked after when I had a short stint as a football agent. I didn't know that. And he's since come out of football and changed career paths. Fair to say, my golf didn't match the standard of my previous round by some considerable distance. Finished there just after 4 p.m. and it was a dash back home to shower and change and get ready for Concord Club night number 2. James and Ricky were great company and a lot of laughs were had by all that attended. Friday again was a trip to the gym in the morning with my daughter and a relaxing Friday afternoon doing all the boring stuff that husbands have to do when they're trying to sit at home and watch golf, but my wife had other ideas. I know what that's like, Matt. However, Friday evening was lovely as we were treated to a wonderful dinner at the Chewton Gala Hotel down in New Forest by friends of ours who were staying there. It's quite a long one, this. Saturday was match day at St. Mary's, but it started with a trip to the gym with my daughter. But instead of watching her being put through her paces like the previous visits, I actually jumped on the running machine and did a 5k run while she went through her strength and conditioning regime. Then it was off to watch the Saints take on Norwich in what turned out to be a thoroughly entertaining 4-4 draw. I'd missed that. Anyway, accompanying me was my mate Mark and his son Nathan. It was Nathan's first ever trip to St. Mary's. What a start. I had to advise him that it's not like that every week. Sunday started with a long lion lunch at a lovely pub at Ampfield called the White Horse, and we made a late decision to take in the Phony Fest 2023 in the Concord Club, where a whole host of excellent tribute acts performed 3 different stages. We watched all sorts of music from Robbie Williams to Bob Marley, Dolly Parton and Kenny Rogers. Yes, the same one. Yes, the same ones that were in Guernsey last week. What? Okay. He just saw some of these tribute acts in Guernsey, and he's seeing them somewhere else a week after. I just think it's interesting. Cliff Richard, the amazing 80s, my favourite decade, with the final trio of acts being Shawaddy Waddy, Michael Jackson, and Madness tributes. Fair to say, a great time was had by all. I'd highly recommend it for next year. On the serious side, oh no. On the serious side of life, it transpires that Pfizer employees were given a special batch of vaccines that were different from those given to the general population. Now, I wonder why that might be. If you want some interesting reading, search in your browser the Finchley Road fraud story. Thank me later. It explains a lot. The excess deaths continue unabated in this country and around the world, and still silence from our media and government. Why do you think that is? Despite all the nonsense going on in the world, please remember to find balance and perspective in life, and don't neglect the ones you love, and certainly don't let fear into your lives. I mean, it sounds like you let fear into your life a little bit on Twitter, but yeah, fine. This is fascinating because you got all of this here. All of this here is just about his week. Very nice, very good stuff. All of this is about that. Then you come down to here, and it's literally like, it's like he really doesn't want to talk about this stuff much because, look, he's made it look like 3 paragraphs. But that's not 3 paragraphs, man. That's 3 sentences that you've spaced out for no reason. That's 1 little paragraph there. But it's like he's made it look bigger. Lovely stuff. That is Matt Le Tissier's newsletter. That is the 6th one, and we hope he'll be back next week. I'm looking forward to seeing what he gets up to. Matt Le Tissier.